If they just open an email and don't ever do anything, you're never going to make any money from them. You don't make money from email opens. Well, you could if you sell advertising and emails and solo ads and stuff, but that's not the point. Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Today I want to talk about email frequency. When you're setting up marketing campaigns, when you're setting up drip email sequences, then you want to make sure that you're emailing your prospects enough without going crazy, without making them want to unsubscribe, to mark you as spam, like all of that kind of crazy stuff. Now, unfortunately, there's no magic answer. There's no answer that I can tell you that says this is the optimal percentage or number of times a week or month that you can mail. It is 100% has to do with your niche, your audience, your offers, your tone, your content. There are so many X factors in terms of what you mail your list and how often you can mail them. So the only way to really get a very, very good understanding of what your list expects is to actually mail them, is to actually send them an email and see what the open rates are, what the engagement, what the unsubscribes are, all of that stuff. Now, there are some general rules of thumb that we like to follow. So let's say a new lead hits your website, they sign up for your landing page right now, today. What happens? We always plan for the first 30 days of whatever it is we're trying to do. We try to have a plan for at least a month. And typically that plan goes like this. Day 0, which is the very first today, the 10 minutes after they opt in is day 0, is fulfillment. So that fulfillment basically is, here's what you downloaded, because nobody ever opts in for anything without getting something in return. Here's what it is you downloaded, go click the link, go enjoy it, have fun, learn something, all of that. Sometimes you can add a link to a blog or something like that. Day 1, which is tomorrow, is hey, I'm checking in, wanted to make sure you got the PDF. Here's maybe a blog post that you might find interesting. Here's a YouTube video. Send them something that is high content, high value, that people like, because other people commented on it or whatever. Then the next day, day 2, is bonding. So again, you want to link to your social profiles. You want to talk about your experience in the industry. You want to talk about, maybe a case study or something, you helped somebody do something in the world and it made the world a better place. And you want to continue that for the next 2 days. So day 2, day 3, day 4 are bonding emails. Each email you want them to open, read, and click a link. You want them actionable. You want them clicking a link in the email to go somewhere else, because that is training them to continue clicking the links in the emails that you send. Because if they just open an email and don't ever do anything, you're never going to make any money from them. You don't make money from email opens. Well, you could if you sell advertising and emails and solo ads and stuff, but that's not the point. What you want to do, you're going to get them open email, you click the link, and then boom, done. So day 5 and 6, we don't do anything. Day 5 and 6, consider, that's a rest. You've just emailed them 5 straight times, 5 days in a row. Day 5 and 6, give them a break. And then day 7, do a promo. Whatever it is you have in your product offer repertoire, send them an email saying, buy this. You want to copyright it a little bit in that. Just do a little bit of wordsmithing, then like a subject line of buy this, but you get what I mean. You want to kick off a promo. Now, oftentimes, here's kind of the generic schedule that we follow. When you're promoting something, always do blocks of 3. So if you're promoting a product, you're promoting a webinar, you're promoting something that is actionable, something that you need them to do to generate revenue for your business, do blocks of 3. So 3 days on, 2 days off. And if you're promoting something, you want to send multiple emails. you want to send, because not everybody opens their email all the time. You want to send multiple emails. You also want to track the links in the opens. It's kind of a no-brainer. You want to see who's opening, who's clicking links. And then on those 2 off days, you want to add in some goodwill boosting content, content that people are going to like. Blog post content, 1 email is going to do it. If you write a blog post once a week, then send that email, send an email out with a link to the blog post. You don't want to do any more than 2 big promos a month. It's another rule of thumb. So 2 promos per month is more than enough. If you do 1 per week is aggressive. If you do 1 and then a little bit of a bonding kind of content phase, and then you do another promo, it works out pretty nicely, because you can do a promo, then the content you can send out, that out, to set up the next promo. So you do another promo, then you send out content. It reestablishes some goodwill and some faith in your business, what you're doing, and then you can send out the next promo. You always want to separate promos by nurture-based content, and for every 3 promo emails you send, you want to send 2 blog posts. So 2 blog posts, 2 YouTube videos, or whatever kind of content that you have. So that's, from an email frequency, that will get you pretty far. If the frequency is too high, which sometimes it is, depending on the list. If you have a list of people who enjoy sewing, that might be too high, because they're probably not getting a whole lot of other emails. They might log in to look at their emails once every 3 or 4 days, and they see 4 emails from you. They're going to say, man, their frequency is a little high. So just make sure to watch your numbers, and you should be fine. So if you need to lighten it up, it's awesome. And if you need to mail heavier, that's fine too. I will tell you that the longer you go without emailing your list, that next email, the unsubscribes are going to be through the roof. But then it calms down. If you mail 2 or 3 days in a row, the unsubscribe will reduce. The spam complaints will reduce. People forget about you in 4 and 5 days. It's kind of crazy to think about, but if you have 20,000 people on your email list, and you send a broadcast email and you haven't talked to them in 10 days, you will get unsubscribes. So it is what it is. The more often you mail, the lower total unsubscribe rate you have. I know a lot of marketers who think of their list as like an unused hotel room. So they have 20,000 people on an email list. They are mailing that list every day, because for every day that they don't mail, they're missing out on revenue. So it really just depends on the type of relationship that you want to have with your customers, with your prospects, and that's it. So if you want to talk about email marketing campaigns, frequency, any of that kind of stuff, click the link that is either below this video or somewhere on this page to set up a free action plan call with me. We'll dig into it. We'll talk about your business. We'll talk about your strategy. We'll talk about your sales funnel and lead generation, all of that good stuff. And I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks.